let's talk about my first creative map project that was built by my community. So first off, I want to say that I cannot take all the credit for this. The people that helped me build this map their names are going to be listed down below. Their socials will also be in the description of this video. I'm so grateful and so appreciative of my community because without them, I could not have built this. My boy Shadowyfox, he was there pretty much every step of the way, designing the terrain for the map, helping me get the sky the way that I wanted. I also want to give a shout out to Galactic Death. He was instrumental in making sure that the game ran smooth, as well as 5MG5, aka Dora, and lunchoncrk. They both were instrumental in making sure that the gameplay was absolutely smooth and that I could get the features and mechanics that I needed for both classes to work. And shout out to my boy Vyzyz for, you know, jumping in and kind of looking at a few things. You patched up a part of the map, by the way, that wasn't supposed to be patched. So, L there. Other than that, thank you very much. I owe a huge shout out to Project Resurrection because he's the one who created the Resistance base and made that look as amazing as it does. So I had a handful of really dope people, in my opinion, expert map builders from my community that just made this sucker work. The goal of today's video is to tell y'all basically what the map is, how to play, and the overall general concept of how I came up with how the map works. So growing up, I was a huge fan of the Terminator franchise, most specifically the first two Terminator films, which every true Terminator fan will tell you are the best two movies. Now, the parts that always stick out to everyone, no matter who you are, whoever watches that movie, are the scenes that take place during the future war. If you've never seen Terminator, I'm just gonna tell you this right now. Any cartoon you've ever watched, or any movie that you've ever watched which has some kind of post-apocalyptic scene where the city is destroyed and just looks like all hell is broken loose on the planet, most of that comes from Terminator. It left a huge imprint on me as a child, but I always will remember those future war scenes where the Terminator's just going around shooting lasers, killing humans. And who doesn't love a good robot versus human fight where humans are getting slaughtered and robots are just running rampant, just destroying crowds? With the exception of Terminator Salvation, the movies have never given us a true future war movie where you see all the purple laser weapons and everything flying. The video games have done that, but there's never been a PvP Terminator game. I've always wanted a PvP Terminator game where you can choose either the Resistance or choose Skynet to play as. I think this will be a good placeholder until an official game gets released at some point. So how do you play the Judgment Day map? The game is a 32-player search and destroy map with dual objectives. So basically each team's objective is active at the same time. There's a bomb planted at each base, and what you'll have to do is you have to find the bomb. It's marked on your map, which will give you the general location, but I'm not going to tell you exactly where it is because that's part of the struggle, is finding out where the bomb is. Once you know, it is pretty simple from there. You have to hold the bomb down for 30 seconds before it can go off. Once the bomb is armed, the enemy team has the ability to disarm it, so you will have to defend your objective until the bomb goes off. It only takes 3 seconds to disarm it, and once again, 30 seconds to actually arm the bomb. What makes the game difficult is that because both objectives are active, each team has to pick and choose how many players they want to defend and how many players they want to attack. There's always a risk. If you send players out in the field, they might not come back in time for them to defend your base, and that's for either side. So let's break down the advantages and disadvantages of each class. We'll start off with the Terminators. Terminators have 600 health, laser weapons, they don't take fall damage, they have scanners, they also only have 4 lives, and they cannot be revived. If a Terminator loses all its health, they don't have the ability to get knocked and revived by their teammates. They just respawn at one of the 16 spawn points on the map. The humans, or the Resistance, they have 200 health. They have a basic loadout like MKs, striker pumps, things like that. They can take fall damage. They have 6 lives, and you can revive if you're a Resistance member, so you can go down and your teammates, if they have a chance, they can res you. On top of that, the Resistance also has an advantage to receive better weapons. The Resistance has an armory as well as a med bay. The med bay can be used by one person at a time. I believe it respawns about every 20 seconds. The armory is accessible to everybody, and that's crucial to being able to do well in the game and proceed forward as the Resistance. When I designed the classes, I wanted to make them as realistic to the movies as possible. When you watch the Terminator films and you're looking at those scenes of the future war, the Resistance won by the skin of their teeth. And I want you to feel that when you're playing the game. It's not supposed to be easy when you play as the Resistance. A lot of people have said that I needed to nerf the Terminators. Unfortunately, those people don't understand what the core of the game is, what it is that we're trying to do. The Terminators are supposed to be tough to beat, but I tried to balance it out as much as I possibly could by giving the Terminators less lives, also not giving them the ability to revive their teammates, because the way I looked at it is this: if a Terminator gets downed in battle, another Terminator is not going to go over to assist them and try to repair them mid-battle. It would be a little more cost-effective from the position of Skynet to just let that Terminator go and pump out another one that could be fresh out on the battlefield. Humans are empathetic. We care for each other, especially when our numbers are low and limited. So we're going to do everything we can to try to revive and help our fellow man. That's the reason why the teams kind of work out the way they do in the game. One of the cool things that we did on this map was that we put little Easter eggs all around for people to find. The main ones are the 3 weapons from the Terminator movies that are hidden on the map. We have the grenade launcher, the lever action shotgun, and we also have the minigun. All 3 weapons Arnold used in the Terminator 2 movie. They're hidden around the map. I'm not going to tell you where they are. You have to find them for yourself. Outside of those 3 hidden weapons, we have better loot hidden around the city. We don't give you like med kits or anything right when you spawn. Those are things that you have to scrounge and find. But you have to go and explore the map if you want to find heals, unless you of course unlock the med bay that's within the Resistance base. But other than that, there's no heals that are just given to you. You have to go and find them. That's the point of this map, guys. You're supposed to go explore, have fun, find the Easter eggs, find out where, you know, the different healing items are, and use them to your advantage. There's different parts of the map where you can snipe. There's actually 3 different buildings but you can use as sniping towers, and so far people have only found one of the 3 from the games that we played. I feel like there's a whole meta that hasn't even been explored yet because not enough people have played it, but hopefully as time progresses, more people want to jump on this map. It'll pick up traction and we'll get to see some people come up with some really cool strategies on how to play. Something that I want to make very clear is that this map is not just for Terminator fans. I think that if you're a BR player, you're going to get a lot of value from playing this game. Or if you're just a fan of like playing creative maps and playing something different and creative, I think you'll enjoy this as well. If you play the Battle Royale, this is why you'll want to play on my Judgment Day map. I am mainly a BR player. We've all been in situations where we didn't have mats and we didn't quite know what to do with ourselves. That's where using natural cover to your advantage and being able to navigate and have better movement and better positioning is going to be very important. My Terminator map will help you with that because there is no building on this map. You're not going to be a T800 and cranking 90s. This is not designed to play like Fortnite. However, that doesn't mean that you can't improve some of your Fortnite skills. Anytime I design a map, it'll heighten a specific skill from playing BR. The main things that you'll get from this: positioning, team communication, and using natural cover to your advantage. When you're caught in a situation where you don't have mats, it's going to be very crucial for you to figure out how to duck behind cars, duck behind buildings. And that's what I've improved on ever since I've made this map. My overall game sense, my situational awareness has improved because I've been playing a game mode where I'm not able to pull out my mats. Trust me, after you play this map a few times with your friends, you'll start to see it come out of your gameplay. You're gonna really be impressed with how much better you get at just being comfortable in situations where you don't have mats. I'll say this before I wrap it up: the feeling that I get just publishing a map, it's very rewarding, especially with a map like this because it took so much time. We had so many people to help out on the map. I had my community tested out. Before it was even published, they had first dibs at working out the bugs with me, and they were very patient. A lot of them were very patient with me. When I had to pause the game, we would tweak something to correct something. But to actually see this map get published, and I've also submitted it to Fortnite or I've submitted it to Epic to be on the Discover page. We'll see how that goes. To have the opportunity to do something like that and have it be a reflection of not just me but my community, it's a very humbling and honoring experience to be able to do that. And I hope that we get to be on the Discover page, not just for my sake but for the sake of the people that put in the hard work, and their names can be on there and they can say, hey, look what we did. If you have not played my Judgment Day map for yourself, man, hit up your friends, give it a shot, queue up right now. I'm gonna put the island code right here here right down below and also in the description. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoy the map. We finally have a PvP Terminator game, at least until Taeon or someone will officially make one. And I hope sincerely that you guys enjoy it and have a lot of fun. I love y'all, and I'm gonna catch you in the next video. God bless you. Peace out.